Hi, I'm Peanut from 311, and you are watching The Live Addiction with Steve-O.
Peanut, beat that thing!
Alright, well, you're watching The Live Addiction with Steve-O, and I'm joined by none other than the man Peanut from 311. You guys are currently on tour in support of your new album, Stereolithic.
Currently.
Your first fully independent record since 91's Unity.
Yeah.
So what was that like? What's that like doing an independent album compared to a major label album?
I mean, it all kind of lands on us more than before, but it's always kind of felt like that. This has always been an independent, grassroots kind of band. Our first label, Capricorn, set us down and they were like, "You guys are going to tour. You know, that's what you guys are going to be. That's what you guys are good at, is playing shows. So you guys are going to go out on the road and prove it to people every night." And it's always felt like that. Even in the studio, we never had that much label intrusion from how to be creative. Maybe a couple of times, and a couple of times they were probably right about going back and doing more stuff, because we can please ourselves. We can tell ourselves that we're done. But on Stereolithic, we really did feel the pressure, not on the this is easy side, but we need to make a really kick-ass album for our diehard fans that are like wanting a kick-ass album, because the last two had been, I don't know, just kind of meandering a little bit. Like there's good moments on there, but they weren't as good at albums as we probably could have made.
Right.
So on Stereolithic, we were just out for blood.
So there wasn't anything that happened that made you guys say, like, we're out of this, we're doing it by ourselves? It wasn't like a falling out?
No, it was just, it's actually the way that everything's changed. It just kind of happened naturally. Like we could sign another shitty deal with another label that doesn't understand us, but we've done that.
So do it yourself.
Yeah, and we've got social media, and we've got our army of fans and people such as yourself to help us push it along. It's like, it's awesome. Why not? And then we own everything.
Did you notice much of a difference in like the reception of the album, like as far as sales or anything like that?
A little bit. It's probably there's a little bit more spread and awareness with a label, especially a real label. But we've really only had that experience on a couple of albums out of our 11. To really get the treatment, what it really felt like to get it come out and see it, and know that people knew it was out. Because even diehard fans, like, it can slip by. There's so much information going on. We're inundated with it.
Yeah.
And even if you're specific about it, like looking for 311 information, it can still slip by you because there's so much going on now.
Right on. Well, speaking of the last few records, I've noticed, I'm a fan myself, and I've noticed there's kind of been a lack of bass solos and real funky bass-driven songs, like, It Feels So Good, Come Original, Nut Symptom, What Was I Thinking, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What was there any conscious decision to do that?
Well, Simple True was me trying to get back into that.
I was gonna even say, I even wrote that down. Although Simple True is a badass
has
bass
some
line.
funky moments in it. Yeah. It comes and it goes. I don't want to force it.
Yeah.
Someone said, and I don't believe it's true, but they're like, "You're one of the last guys playing slap bass." I'm like I don't really feel like that. I feel like if you look around, there's plenty of people doing it. Maybe not in this alt rock world that I find myself in, but maybe that's not even true. There's plenty of bass players doing it. It's just all molded together now. It's not so, I don't know. But like I'm saying, writing wise, it just comes and goes. I fall in and out of love with it, which is kind of fun. What I was really in love with was words on this album, and really got a chance to flex that muscle.
You did some lyrical writing.
I wrote lyrics on 7 of the
That's awesome.
songs. Yeah.
That's new for you, right?
Super stoked about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wrote parts of Time Bomb and Sunset in July from the last
That's not on this one.
album. That's the stuff before, and Nick and I worked so well together that he wanted to bring me in when Scotch was also helping writing lyrics. So that's what kind of gives Stereolithic. It's a little bit more different feel.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your fan base. I myself have seen 9 311 shows. Tonight will make number 10.
See, I love music. I mean, I guess I'm out on the road too much to really rack up tons of shows, but I've never seen a band that many times.
I know.
I don't know if I ever will.
But I mean, you guys have this rabid fan base that, like, every time you come to town, all of my friends that are 311 fans want to see you again. I remember, in high school, hanging out with the cool kids. My friend showed me you guys as a band. He showed me how to play Eons on the guitar. That was
Cool.
the first. And after that, I've been a fan.
Nice.
What's that like? What's that
I
like?
think we're playing Eons tonight.
Right on.
Eons tonight? Have you seen the list?
Let's take a look.
Well, I was about to
Yeah,
ask you about the
let's
set list in just a minute.
Yeah, there you go.
So what's that like having that rabid fan base that just is so loyal and passionate about your music?
It's exactly how we were hoping it would be. I think one of the things that we really wanted to do, just as musicians, was to like make music for musicians. Like if you got the musicians backing you and they're passing the tape around, back in the day tape, and whatever file nowadays, like check out these badass musicians from someone that you respect because they're a great player and you're looking for that too, and then it just spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads. But if you've got that taken care of, like, I don't know, you're gonna have a cool fan base, and
Yeah.
you're gonna have a fan base that knows their shit.
Well, you guys
Hopefully.
do these really cool things that give back to the fans too, like with the 311 day where you guys play for 3+ hours. Now you guys are doing the 311 Caribbean cruise, which
Yep.
I still want to go on.
Yeah.
Did you guys do it this year?
Nope. So we kind of flip flop it in between the
311 days.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that like? That's gotta be a blast.
It's unreal. There's nothing like it. 311 days is really special, and it's a marathon, but the cruise is like, it's its own thing. It's really hard to put into words, but literally on the first show when we're leaving the dock in Miami and we're playing in front of everybody outside on the top Lido deck, it's levitation. I swear I can fly. Like it's easily more inches than normal, and it's akin to flight.
Okay.
It's unreal.
Like when you're playing up there.
Yeah, I can jump so high, and I can stay in the air for as long as I want. It's amazing. It's great.
That's awesome.
Because it is the most concentrated version of Die Hard's. Like 311 Day is still a show in front of 10,000 people. Which
Right.
is hyper
But the cruise is
special.
kind of expensive, so you got to really be into it.
Yeah, it's 2,000 people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy. It's fun. You should do it if you've seen that many shows. You should check out like our event stuff. Like that's how it's kind of it's falling into that kind of umbrella with 311 Day is its own event because you have to go to New Orleans or Vegas, and then with the cruise, you know, it's a 4-day commitment.
A little vacation too.
Yeah.
Plus you get to see some badass bands. We talked about your live show. I think that is why everyone like myself want to come back every summer, that you come back to Houston. And you have an amazing website that displays every set list I think you guys have ever played, and I don't think there's two that are identical on there.
Close. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a band out there that does that, and that's awesome. So I wanted to ask you, what is the process for writing these set lists for each show?
It's after sound check every day.
Okay.
And we've got the last time we were in town, and we've got last night's, and we've got every song we've ever done.
So do you sit around as a band collectively and like, what do we want to play? Like, what's the process for that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, nah, I don't feel that tonight. You know, let's play this. Yeah.
Totally.
We haven't played this in a while.
Totally. Yeah, it's mix and match. I mean, it could be more random, but that would take away from the kind of, I don't know, the solidity of the show. So there's some songs that fit in the beginning and you can start off a show with, and then there's some songs that you can finish the set with.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's really, and besides Applied Science and the bass solo, that kind of Applied Science is the halfway point, and the bass solo is like 2/3, and then decide how long we want the encore to be and all that stuff. So there's like a skeleton that's made in the 23 or 24 songs that we play, and then we just fill in the holes.
Well, I'm a little bummed that you already wrote the set list, because I kind of had a bone to pick. I even printed this out with all the 9 shows that I've been to, or the 8 shows. I didn't put the Atlanta show, but these are the last Houston shows.
Cool.
And in 05, you played Fat Chance, and I have not heard it since. That's one of my all-time favorite ending songs.
We played it in Atlanta just a few nights ago.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. I feel like that's your heaviest, just most rockin' song.
It's us, again, like chopping heads off, out for blood.
Yeah, so if it's not on there, maybe you see what you can do to put it on there.
That's just the result of being teenagers with enough skills to put together a song like that and just like wow the band in, and it's just fun. Because sometimes we'll play it fast at the end, like we'll speed up, and sometimes we'll slow down.
Yeah.
And on the album, as we mixed it, you can hear it especially on headphones. You can hear the master go up. Like it gets like 6 dB louder.
It gets loud,
and you feel it, and it's great. Mission accomplished.
One other thing I want to talk about, your band kind of has this mantra, and it seems that everything that your music stands for and you guys stand for is kind of this stay positive and love your life. How did that kind of become the band's mantra in this day and age that's kind of rare?
It fit into a song. It's who we've always been. That's the flag we've always flown, even before we had that phrase to kind of, lay our hat on. And it's just worked. It's worked for us and it's worked against us. I think it's one of the things that's allowed us to stay around this long. I also think it's one of the things that turns people off. That has allowed us to stay independent and at this level where there's kind of no pressure. Like we can do it as long as we want, and we'll be supported, and we can take it almost any direction we want because our fans are just telling us to be ourselves.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that musicians really get away with, and comedians is like, keep doing that, keep doing what you do, and give us more you. And the better you are at that as an artist or a musician or a comedian, you're just gonna touch people, and you won't even need to be successful because you'll have figured out how to be yourself.
Yeah. Well, regardless, it's an awesome message that is rare these days. So
it's
commend you guys for that.
Yeah, it hits people hard. There's who knows how many dozen stay positive and love your life tattoos there are on people nowadays. It's cool.
So some rapid fire questions. Top 3 favorite movies.
2001, Clockwork Orange, Magnolia.
Stanley Kubrick and Paul Thomas Anderson. I love Magnolia. That movie's awesome.
Magnolia kills.
Best concert you've ever attended.
Ween, 1999, when they were supporting the Mollusk album at the El Rey Theater in LA. Essay was there, and I think he was on some hallucinogenic drugs.
Yeah, we'll cut that out.
Yeah, I mean, Essay was there, and he met the band.
There you go.
He stayed long enough, and he met the band. I've never met those guys.
He stayed positive the whole night.
Yeah, he stayed positive. He loved that life.
There we go. What about the best concert you guys have ever been a part of? You played maybe a festival date or something that was like, this is it.
We played Glastonbury with Oasis and PJ Harvey.
Metallica just played at this festival.
Yeah, it was like that. Except we played at like 9:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And people were walking like right in front of the stage with their coffee and just like kind of grunting at us and like telling us.
Still, we're like, we made it.
Yeah, here we are, and we're in like King Arthur's backyard. It's unreal.
Right on. My final question. I always like to end with a tattoo question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of tattoos. Is there like a funny story, a favorite, a memorable tattoo that you want to talk about? I got some funny ones,
Not really funny. I mean, I'm covered with most of my stuff is based around the author Robert Anton Wilson.
He's a good Arthur.
So yeah, he's one of the best. So you'll see like the eye in the triangle and my Aleister Crowley quote and the alien and the star and.
You got anything recently?
No, not in a decade.
Okay.
Easy. Probably been like 14 years. So yeah, I need some humor. The next thing that's gonna go here. My son's name is Falcon. I've got an artist friend that drew up a falcon when he was born. I'm gonna put
right on.
Put it right there.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for your time, Peanut.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys haven't picked it up yet, Stereolithic by 311.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Good work.